internet. You can find the ship parts in this place too. This is the northeast mushroom biome. And that would be a Leviathan. Dodge and weave, dodge and weave. As long as you're in the trees, they can't attack you. I hate exploring at night. Seriously? It's one of the issues about bringing the sea moth through here. It is so easy to get it damaged. As far as I'm aware, I think there's two Reaper Leviathans around here. One at the mushroom and one at the ship. There's a gnarly cave system around here too. And here's the ship. There's also some potential upgrades you could get through here too, in the ship in itself. Yeah. Highly recommend putting your whatever you bring this way close. That is one of the engine parts. And if you have the stasis rifle, highly recommend having it on your hotbar at this point. It usually is not too close to the ship, but you never know. I mean, obviously you can hear it. I think there might be a PDA around here too.
New blueprint acquired.
Which arm is this? Grapple. Do I have the grapple arm already? No, I don't actually. It's a good spot to get the prawn suit, some of the prawn suit stuff though. I believe the other Reaper Leviathan is over there. Oh, yep. Right there.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yeah, I think there's a PDA in here. There's also one of the PDA blueprint things. I forget which one it is. I think it's for the Cyclops.
Please
Ship log.
observe Safety Protocol CSP-21 before handling classified cargo. New blueprint acquired.
Ha. Thermal reactor. That's the one I love having for the Cyclops.
New blueprint acquired.
We'll go around. Good place for the double bed, by the way. Not one of the two double beds.
New blueprint acquired.
Now, for this ship, look for a staircase. This one I can't get to because of the issues. Dang, that thing is close. I am sitting this over here. I don't think I can get into this. No. Yeah, always try to keep note of where the Reaper is. I know there's more than a ship. And this is where the stasis rifle would come in handy. I might be able to get to it through these. No. Darn. I know there's more than a ship, it's just a matter of finding it. It's like I got the main part, the thermal reactor, so it's not too big of a deal. For those that don't know, the thermal reactor is great for high temperature areas. It will recharge your batteries. It's like there are two different types of thermal reactors. You got the prawn suit thermal reactor, and then you got the Cyclops thermal reactor. If you do plan on using Cyclops for exploration, I suggest doing it in the other inactive lava zone or the active lava zone. In those areas, as long as you're not like using like the shield consistently, your sonar and stuff like that, you basically have near infinite battery. There is another upgrade that if you want to play long term and have the Cyclops as like your primary thing down there, it's a I will at least get the upgrade. I don't plan on playing long enough for it to really matter. Um, but the upgrade basically allows you to repair either the sea moth or the prawn suit while it's in the Cyclops. If you are in the fire area, the prawn suit is the way better choice um, due to it not taking damage from depth. The parts. Alright, so I got a couple options. Which way do I need to go? But the most common place where you get that upgrade, it's going to be in the dunes, which is west? I want to say west from base. But yeah, like you can see, there are two Reapers in this area, so you gotta be extra mindful. Bob and weave, bob and weave. Ooh, moonpool. I've played this game long enough where I'm actually getting the hang of what the parts are just by looking at them. Should be good now. I guess I could easily find out. Ow. Oh, I need to repair this real quick. Because if I see the enzyme 42, then I know I already did that. I see something up there real quick. You know, I really should leave notes for myself of how far I've actually gone. See, the portal's active. Alright, so I've been cured. Which means two things. One, I need the Cyclops. Nah, too far. Two, I need a launch pad. I also need, I think, 2 ion battery cells, if I remember correctly. In case you don't know, in order to completely finish the rocket to get off the island, I don't remember all the ingredients, but the primary things you need I think 2 ion power cells for, I want to say the middle section. I can't remember exactly. And for the last segment, you need the Cyclops shield. Not that one. Shield generator. Which is why you need the Cyclops. In order to actually beat the game, although you need the Cyclops, you don't really need to use it. The Cyclops, when you make it, it has 6 power cells installed in it already. Which is kind of ridiculous in my opinion, because it doesn't take any power cells whatsoever to make. But, nah. And heck, even the ingredients in it, it's like, is not enough whatsoever to make 3 power. Well, not even enough to make 2 power cells, let alone 6. I guess you can say that about a lot of the stuff in this. Because, like, if you see how big the actual platform is when I do make it, you're like, it costs that little resources to actually build?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alrighty. So, let's start. By making this Cyclops. And that is all 5 cuttlefish. My goal is when I build the rocket, the time capsule that I'm making for this one is going to be all 5 cuttlefish eggs. So if someone finds it, they can actually have 10 cuttlefish. I am going to make the Cyclops first. Alright, so scanner room time. See, I need 6 quartz. I do need to eat first. Alrighty. Excuse me. One more. I'm not going over that far. I really wish it would do the closest to the furthest instead of freaking random. Alright, well, there's that. Which room I got? Not a lot. I can cut back on the room a little bit. Alright, now I need 3 stalker teeth. If you want to be more efficient than my dumb butt when it comes to your inventory space, do the what's it called? Do these first, because it takes 10 titanium to make 1 plasteel, and it takes 2 lithium per. So if you want to maximize your inventory, do the plasteel first. Don't be me. And seriously, no stalker teeth? Called BS if that's ever a thing. Like, for real. I really cannot believe that there is no stalker teeth within range. that in a minute. Alright, stuff I don't need in my inventory. I need to drop them.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Seriously? Total BS. Like, for real. Because there's literally a freaking kelp forest right here. I hate doing the stalker teeth. Like, the freaking stalker teeth thing is so freaking annoying, it's ridiculous. So I would say it's not hard to do, but it's just a concept that's annoying and shouldn't be in the game. That's one thing that Below Zero really has going for itself, is that you don't need fucking stalker teeth. Pardon my language, but still. Because having a process where you need to, like, coax a species to drop shit, that's stupid. So I know that there's going to be plenty of people that would disagree with me, but still. Excuse me. Here, have fun. Like, the stalker teeth would be fine if you could kill them to get their teeth. Because at least that would be more understandable. But it's like having them toy with freaking metal salvage to get their teeth is stupid. Yeah, the odds of there being metal salvage within range of stalkers and there's no teeth is highly freaking unlikely. Like, if there's stalkers within range, there's likely going to be teeth. Speaking of which, there's a tooth right there. Where's the rest of that salvage that I just dumped on the ground? There it is. There's one out of three. Come on, it's salvage heaven. I am purposely getting these scraps, by the way, because these are the ones that I know that have a 25% chance of dropping their teeth. Speaking of which, I see another two. I don't think I'm going to need more, but I might as well grab them. So I'm personally not a fan of how, like, PG this game is. Like, this is supposed to be, like, a semi-horror game, and it's like, I get that it doesn't really have guns, like, unless you count, like, the stasis and the pulse rifle, but it's like, there's ways that you can kill creatures with the stuff you have. The prawn suit being one of them. The drill arm, it can do a little bit of damage, not very much, but if you don't have any type of added arm, the punch that the prawn suit does do a decent amount of damage. It's like, but it's like, still, you should have at least a couple actual weapons, not counting a simple knife. And heck, the knife would be great if they fixed the stupid mechanics on it. It's like, because there are certain creatures it does wonderfully against. And then there's others, like the stupid cave crabs, which are a pain in the ass to hurt. It's super ridiculous. I don't know why I turned off the metal salvage. The metal salvage is like the best way for me to get what I need when it comes to the titanium. I don't think I'm going to need those teeth. If I do, it's probably going to be for the top part of yeah, I think I might need those. I think for the spaceship it requires a couple of the reinforced glass. The two best ways to get titanium, the best way is the metal salvage, as long as you have a decent amount in your area. Your next option will be, what's it called? Fragments. That would be your next option. So, if you couldn't tell, this is an alphabetical order. That's one of them that you can't get teeth with. How much more space I got? So I can do one fragment to maximize my inventory space. But yeah, having an early scanner room is awesome. Just because it is so much easier to get resources that way. But that does mean that the best way to get the scanner room is being in the red area. That's one of the most common areas that you can get the scanner room. The early scanner room, at least. The best place to get scanner room parts is actually the mushroom areas. But that's nor here nor there. Yes, I know I could get a fragment to get the last two titanium, but I don't know where any of them are on the top of my head, and I'm not going to switch the scanner room for the fragments. It's a waste of time. That's highly annoying. My internet may cut out for a third time. If it cuts out again, I'm not going to worry about it. I will get all the stuff ready for the ship, though. Uh, Besides the ion batteries, that is. That I will do. I'm only going to get, if the internet cuts out, I'm only getting the resources. I will build everything with you all. At least for each segment. I will look up what I need and go ahead and gather them.
Be advised, the subspace is designed to be operated by a three-person crew. Only experienced helmspeople should attempt.
Oh yeah, if you swim away before it builds, it will float in the air until you get close enough. I love doing that.
All systems online.
Alright, so, what you need to know about the Cyclops. This is how much durability it has. It will pop up warning labels in specific areas if there's hull damage. You need to use the repair tool on those areas outside your ship. Which means if you are in the active lava zone or inactive lava zone, you will likely take some fire damage. If you don't have, what's the suit? It's the reinforced suit, if you don't have that, which I don't currently have. So, if you plan on using the Cyclops and plan on taking it to dangerous areas, I highly suggest getting the Cyclops thermal reactor module. You should already have the engine efficiency module if you went to the Aurora and did all that. So the Cyclops has 6 upgrade slots. You can fit 6 upgrades. You need 1 for the depth. There are, I think, 3 depth modules in total, if you can find them. One of them, I suggest having the fire suppression system. Highly suggest. Especially if you're going to be in the active lava zone with the sea dragons, because the sea dragons will do a lot of damage and will cause fires, as well as even if you don't go to the fire zone and just swim around near the surface, you still have to deal with the Reaper Leviathans and the Ghost Leviathans if you go to the areas that they spawn in, and they do a decent amount of damage as well. A little tip. This vehicle is good in multiple ways. One, you have a regular sonar. This will tell you where if enemies are so close to you. It's not that far of a distance. For an instant, yes, you got the ship here. However, the distance that it seems like is here is actually a lot closer than what you expect. To put in an instance, that would not be on the radar. Like it will not be on the radar, not because of the creature. Well, it won't show up either, at all. But even if that was a Reaper, Sea Dragon, or whatever, even the distance that it currently is, it will not be on the radar. It has to be relatively close. Right about now, it might be, depending on the size that it actually is. So, by default, you have silent running, you have cameras, and you have 1 decoy. I wish This is one thing that annoys the crap out of me about this. Yes, the decoy launcher is good, but I never use decoys. I would much rather be able to switch the decoys and the beacons. Like, have them interchangeable and without an upgrade. There is an upgrade module to increase from 1 to 5 when it comes to how many of them you can have stored, but again, I really wish you can interchange the two. Because I would really use a lot of beacons. Like, I would go around the surface and explore and all that. So, silent mode
Rigged for silent running.
will turn off your lights. You cannot turn them on while it's active. And it puts it into the red alert. For those who have been in the military, more specifically the Navy, you would know what this is. For those that don't know, a lot of submarines, if they go silent mode, it's not going to be a button like this. They have to physically hit a lot of different switches. But yeah, a lot of the times the silent modes for submarines and even a lot of Navy ships in general, they will have red lights. This is to indicate to the crew to not speak. It also indicates to the crew don't use any type of radio that can broadcast signals. I have not been in the Navy, but I have seen a lot of TVs. For an instance, if y'all have seen NCIS, I believe that there's one or multiple episodes that has talks about this a little bit. Another one is The Last Ship. That is about a virus that escapes that they find. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, it would definitely be on the radar now if it was hostile. Only hostiles will show up on this. Another thing.
Engine powering up.
Is the engine. If you want the most fuel efficient, as you can see, just running it on silent, it's already down 9%. If you speed up the ship, it will not only be louder, it will also use up more energy. If you run it slow, again, it will take up more energy. If you have both the silent running and being on slow, because you want to go stealthy around the Ghost Leviathans and the Sea Dragons, it will take up more energy. A lot of energy at that. So be mindful. It's also why I highly suggest trying to find the thermal reactor for the Cyclops, as well as the energy efficiency module. Highly suggested. Now, when it comes to the Cyclops, this is something that not everyone knows, but the Cyclops is like a base. You can actually do a lot in this. You can put a fabricator, which will use the ship's energy, so be mindful of that. You can also put indoor grow beds as well. Not just that, but you can also put wall lockers, regular lockers in here, so you can actually get more storage. You can even put the battery chargers in here. Basically, everything that's in this category, you can put in here. You can also put everything that's in this category. Basically, if it's inside a base, you can put it in here. Sadly, you cannot put exterior grow beds in here whatsoever. I don't even think you can put it on top. Same thing with solar panels and stuff. And I don't think you can do the compartment stuff. So on and so forth. So that's more or less it for this. Oh, Right here, you also have your lights that you can do here. This one is for your external, as it says. This will allow you to have a light. This one I suggest always keeping on unless you're in silent mode, because exploring the water, even in silent mode, well, if you're not in silent mode, is so much easier with the floodlights. However, when it comes to the internals, I suggest just turning them off. It saves battery. If you're not driving, I suggest turning both of them off so it doesn't use battery. After all, it's like you can just use a Sea Glide for it. So you got 3 batteries here. Well, 3 power cells, more specific. Over here is a Cyclops upgrade fabricator. This is where you do your primary fabricators. I plan on just dying, so don't worry about that. You will need to do a lot more upgrades. So yeah. That's more or less it when it comes to the Cyclops. There are certain rooms I highly recommend not doing any type of upgrades. One of them being this room here. Well, not this one. This room. This is where your prawn suit or your sea moth goes. So I don't recommend putting any upgrades here. It's kind of real glitchy. You can actually see a lot of them. But through this corridor or through this corridor, feel free. Heck, if you want to just not worry about the default storage, which you can kind of see how much storage is here as it is 18 slots. If I plan on doing a longer playthrough, I will fill up this one and the one straight to the left. I fill this one up with water, completely up with water. Typically the ones that are 30 water, which is the one that you do with the salt and the coral, I will fill it completely up with water. The one next to it, I suggest filling up with the peepers, because the peepers, doing the cured peeper does some of the most, gives you some of the most food. If you can do any of them, but peeper is the one I recommend. And always eat cured food before you drink, because cured food will always take a little bit of your water. So, like I said, I highly suggest just eating the food and then drinking. I think that's about it with this. As long as you're inside the ship or inside your base, you don't drop anything. And in fact, with where I died at, I'm basically right back where I'm at. So, free healing. So you got 2 staircases, one to the left, one to the right. You should already know where I'm at. This is that engine. And this is where that station is for the upgrades. There are fire extinguishers. You don't technically need the fire suppression unit, but trying to keep up with the fire suppression when you're being attacked by, say, a sea dragon, it can be very hard. The next thing I plan on doing is going out to the dunes and looking for the upgrades I want. Alright, so next task, I need 3 metal salvage. Currently. What did I not scan? Oh, I didn't scan the stalker in itself. There you go. So yeah, at the very least, your first playthrough, scan everything you can. And your first playthrough, I highly suggest making stasis rifles so you can at least scan the Leviathans. Well, the Reaper, Ghost, and Dragon. Well, Reaper, Leviathan, the Juno, words, freaking little Ghost Leviathan, which is not so little. The adult Ghost Leviathan, which you can get the adult one other by going to the Void, which I don't recommend because multiple will spawn on you. You can also go to the wet. No, it's the floating island. If you go underneath the floating island to near one of the entrances, if you keep going toward the void and staying near the bottom, you can also find another grown ghost Leviathan words there. So I don't need that right now. So I need 4 lead. Going good. I need 2 copper. I don't think I have more copper though. I don't need these yet, if at all. That's what I'm looking for. Salt. I also need 2 more gold. Wait, is it 1 or 2 for that? One gold. I'm glad I looked. Alright. Well, nature calls. I will be right back. Like I just said, nature calls. I will put something in the chat so everyone knows. I will be back shortly. Alrighty, I'm back. Yeah, like I still got that benzene in there, even though I haven't needed it like the entire time. Alrighty, so back to what I was about to do. That's annoying. Take 3 mushrooms, knife the 4th, and put the 4 seeds back. Honestly, I like the gel sacks way more than the mushrooms. Because I prefer, like, knifing and then harvesting. Knifing and harvesting. That's if you want the maximum amount of gel sacks. If you want the maximum amount of seeds and gel sacks, you knife the gel sack twice and then harvest if you want the maximum number of both. But don't knife it 3 times if you want to get the maximum number of gel sacks, because the third one will destroy it. But if you just want to replace what you harvest, then your best bet would be, to do that one option where you knife and harvest, so you get a 1-to-1. I really hate that it has my actual name like that. No, well. Alright, so what was I doing? I need silver. Actually, no. What I need is copper. Pretty sure I only need 1 copper right now. Yeah. Thank you. That probably startled at least one at some point. Probably startled most of y'all, actually. I don't think I have to move to ship in order to build it, but you never know. I might need to lower it a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to lower it a little bit. Just so it doesn't get damaged.
All systems online.
Yeah, if you're not using it, and if you're not in the fire area with the one efficiency thing, make sure you turn off the Cyclops. Oh, if you want to make sure you don't hit anything, use the cameras. The first camera, I highly suggest pointing towards the back. For the camera 1 keel, pointing towards the back. The rest is fine. Oh, wait, no. The screw. The screw you want to have towards the back. The keel, you want it toward the front. If you look to the bottom right, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. You can see like the yellowish arrow. Basically, look towards where my prawn suit currently is. If you look towards where my prawn suit is, you can see a little diagram. That's what I'm talking about. You can see where the camera is facing. So for this, you want to have, for the keel, you want to have towards the front. Camera 3, the screw, you want to have towards the back. This is so you can see if something's chasing you. And camera 2, I don't really use, but so you don't hit the top.
Engine powering down.
Most creatures don't just attack it if it's powered off. The only ones that you have to worry about is if it's powered on and the obvious ones, the Leviathans. Alrighty, so I don't know why I came back in here. Alright, as you're building, you can go back in here and figure out what other things you need. Okay, well, not yet. Usually, okay, after the platform, the other stuff, you can go in as soon as you start building. But when it comes to the platform, it has to finish first. So, including the platform, there are 4 pieces you need to directly build. Should be good now, yep. Oh. The platform, the gantry, you got basically the rockets, you got the body, and then you got the top capsule. All right. And at this point, since you have the platform, you can start doing that. You can go in here, but there's no real point. But there are ladders to get out if you end up falling in. Alright, so... Get one of those. 2 copper. I'm not going anywhere in particular. One. Two. Do I have any more lithium? I don't think so. Probably wanting to take the prawn suit down in the caves. Seriously? Hmm. Pretty surprising. If there's any straight silver, I kind of want to go for that.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright. Before I actually go down there, I'm saving. So I know there's a couple places where I can go. I can go to the floating island and get a bunch. No, not the floating island. The gun island. I can get a bunch from there. I could also go to the mushroom islands. Well, that's what I'm doing. Well, if I need plenty of copper, I know where to go. Oh, I'm surprised I haven't seen any lithium. Why is it when I'm looking for something I can't find it, but when I'm not looking I do find it? So I know the northeast one is usually better with the lithium, but still. Ah, found some, finally.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
fluid intake.
Where do all my freaking batteries go? I need salt. Give me a moment.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Alright, I do need one more gold. Sorry, multitasking. I don't think I need anything in that. No. a brain fart. Yeah. Oh, two. Takes 3 for the batteries, right? No, 2. Doesn't mean I need more copper. Flippin' A. So I need 4 copper. I really wish that they would put in a mechanic to get rid of these. You know, I don't need that many. I only needed two.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Ah, bless me.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Oh, good. Excuse me. God bless America. I did start it, right? Yes, I did. I think the next module for it requires the ion batteries. Excuse me again. Yep. Multi cells. No. I like watching these. I think I'm missing one sulfur. I think I'm missing one sulfur, maybe one or two Kion crystals.
Captain.
Ah, that's where all my batteries are. Darn it. Yeah, I'm missing one kayak. I'm heading to the fire zone anyways, so... Well, the lava zone. So, if you are wanting a safer way to travel, specifically in your prawn suit, you can build foundations up above the water. I recommend getting it pretty close to the water, but you can build the foundations from both of the islands without too much issue. It will just take a decent amount of resources. And when I say a decent I mean like a lot. Because you gotta think it takes 2 lead and 2 titanium per, which, yes, is not too bad. But it's going to take several hundred of both. Like, several hundred foundations. Just to get to one to the other, and that's with a single path. I recommend doing, like, at least a double path. Less risk of falling off. And if you do it right, like, yes, it will be slow at the start, but once you get it built and have the grapple arm, you can get from one edge to the other edge pretty freaking quickly. Uh, so yeah, figure I'll let you know about that. On my creator world, I'm actually in the process of building it. In my creator world, I'm doing a triple wide path though. I ever actually come up here for you guys? I don't think so, because otherwise this won't be here.
Integrating new PDA data.
Pretty sure that's the only thing we can scan in here. I did already get all these. Oh, I didn't get these either? So I already got all these. Cool. Keep an eye out for the sea dragon. I need 2. That's that. Do be careful for lava, it will damage the suit. Oh, well, found the sea dragon. As long as you're behind it, it won't attack you. Seriously? Camping the spot that I need to leave. Oh, of course. Yeah, go away. If you're curious, I'm here for silver. Speaking about silver. Alright, there's that.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
more sulfur, which I can also find at this level. Trying to multitask here. You know, it's like you can find the sulfur on this level, but it's easier on the level above or the active lava zone. So I'm going down to the active lava zone. If you want to build the nuclear reactor, that green one is the stuff that you need for the actual reactor rods. You can find sulfur on this level. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt. I think it's easier over here, though. Nah, I'm going down to the active, though. Yeah, as long as you are a Kira, you don't have to worry about the teleporters. Oh, here's one. As long as you're not right next to the teleporter guys, you don't have to worry about them. Those guys make pretty good guards too. If you're mindful with your hover, you can make it all the way from that hole all the way to the door. Ah, damn. Made it quite far. He's going to see me, though. home. I know if I was the main character in this game, I wouldn't actually want to leave. Like, just imagine the peace and quiet on this planet, being by yourself. You don't have to worry about corrupt governments and shit. I mean, yeah, you have to deal with Artera, which is probably one of the most corrupt groups that I'm aware of. I mean, you gotta think of the story for Below Zero with the main character's sister. It's like Altera was trying to make a weaponized version of the coronavirus. I think that's what it's called, the coronavirus. Yeah, they were trying to weaponize it. There's a few theories of what happened. Because if you know at least some of the story of after Below Zero, the virus apparently got out a little bit and mutated and was actually in multiple settlements. There's a couple theories that maybe the virus got stuck on the ship, the spaceship that we're building, and spread. Then there's another theory that it got out in other ways, but I'm pretty sure it was Altera. That's my theory. My theory is they actually managed to take some of the virus back with them. There's also a theory that the main character's sister, uh, the cure that she made was actually what caused the mutation. There's a bunch of theories out there.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
All systems online.
What I need. Yeah, my theory is it was Altera. It was either Altera or the main character and the second one's sister. One or the other.
Calorie intake recommended.
Hey, I was right. We didn't need tooth. And that's why we need the Cyclops. Oh yeah. I don't need that or that anymore. The default name is Neptune. However, once you complete the rocket, you can change the coloration, you can change the name, similar to the other vehicles. Yeah. You know, I guess I can go ahead and change the coloration and stuff to my preferred for this, even though I'm not going to be driving it.